Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Today I have another Shop Miss A hits and misses. I have a basket full of new products. If you guys missed my recent Shop Miss A haul, I will link it below in the description box if you missed it. But I've been testing everything out for a couple of weeks now, so I'm gonna give you guys my approval or disapproval, whether it's a hit, whether it's a miss. I have done other videos like this as well, so I'm super excited to dive right into all of these new products. So grab a drink, grab a snack. This is going to be a long one. We have a lot to cover today, but it will be a good one. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I'm going to start with all of my hits first. Let's get all the good fun things out of the way. So let's start with the brand new AOA Studio Perfect Bronzer. I have the shade Frappe, which is the lightest shade. This comes in a total of 5 shades and it's $1. If you guys are familiar with the AOA pressed powders, same packaging, you get the same amount of product as well, 8 grams. It is very smooth, creamy. I did apply this to my face today just to show you what it looks like on my skin tone. And I'm so happy to report that this is definitely a replacement. I would say it's a pretty close dupe for the e.l.f. Cosmetics Primer Infused Bronzer. If you guys saw my video talking about all the makeup that e.l.f. Cosmetics is discontinuing, yes, they are discontinuing the Primer Infused line. So if you really enjoyed this e.l.f. bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed, this shade in Frappe is very, very close. I mean, honestly, when I wear both of these on my face, I really don't even notice a difference. I will pop up some swatches just to show you like side by side. Love this bronzer. I think this is going to be a really popular item on their website. So if you're looking for a $1 bronzer, you guys, this is amazing. It's so good. Next up, we have the brand new Paw Paw Glow from Within Illuminating Powders. These retail for $1.55 each. You can also buy the full bundle set and get all 5 shades for $7.35. Really great deal. These are just a pressed illuminating highlighter is how I would describe these. They do have this kind of speckled, marbleized look in the pan, but on the cheeks they look so pretty and soft. I'm actually wearing the shade Brunch Date today. It's just such a pretty champagne, very fair shade. If you're like right around my skin tone, this is the perfect color. This is definitely one of my favorites. I just posted a full in-depth review. I did swatch all of these on my cheeks as well. So if that video is already up, which it should be, definitely go check that out. I'll link it below and in the card here. These are amazing. I absolutely love these. They're so good, long wearing, beautiful formula. It looks beautiful on the skin. You can use them as an eyeshadow. These are just wonderful. I love them. Hit. Moving on to the Paw Paw Freckle Marker. I have the shade Light Brown. This comes in a total of 3 shades and retails for $1.55. It has a felt tip applicator and you just simply dot this on and create freckles. Now, I have some pros and cons to this product. Now, I have the lightest shade and I definitely suggest this one because it's pigmented, so you have to be very, very careful. So what I like to use this for is after I'm done doing my makeup, I'll go over top of my freckles because I already have quite a few what my grandma used to call beauty marks. So I would go over these 2 freckles on this side of my face and just dot a little bit, go immediately over top with a sponge or your finger to kind of warm it up and blend it in, because this can look definitely very, very harsh if you're not careful. So far it hasn't dried out on me. It actually performs really well. I don't feel like it smudges or moves around at all either, and I've worn this out in the heat. I don't know if this is the best way to do faux freckles with a very saturated marker. You know, I feel like this is kind of a hit and a miss in one, but for just, you know, going over your own freckles on your face, I think this is perfect. So far, I actually really like it. I think it's a decent product. Alright, so let's talk about the waterproof eye makeup seal. This retails for $1.55. So it's just a thin liquid that comes in a little dropper bottle, kind of like an eyedropper bottle. So the first way you can use this is to put 1 to 2 drops inside, say a gel pot liner, a cream eyeshadow, a brow pomade. So what I did is I actually added this to my NYX Tame and Frame brow pomade about a week ago. I'll insert the clip now. So I just applied about 1 to 2 drops, took a little spatula, mixed it up really well. This applies beautifully. It revived my brow pomade, and it's a week later. It hasn't dried out yet. It's really creamy. It's even creamier than when I first bought this. I would start with 1 drop first because one thing I have noticed about this product is that if you add too much, it can make whatever product you're adding it to a little bit greasy. So just be aware to make sure you're only squeezing out 1 drop. This product I think works really well if you're wanting to do a shimmer eyeshadow. I would suggest using a loose pigment. So I used the AOA Studio loose pigment in Enchant, and all I did was apply a little bit to my mixing palette, which is also from Shop Missy. I will link this below for you guys if you're interested. And I just took the spatula, 1 to 2 drops. I usually start with 1 drop. So I just mixed it up with the spatula and then took a flat eyeshadow brush and applied it to my eyelid. One thing I want to note is when you're using this with a shimmer or loose pigment, I don't think this works with a pressed eyeshadow. So when I use this with a pressed shimmer eyeshadow, like I mentioned, it creased so bad. It was too oily. I probably added a little too much, but I also tried this with a few other shimmery eyeshadows and it just wasn't working. So I would say don't use it with a pressed shimmer eyeshadow. So the other way I used this product today is I created a liner. So you can literally take any matte eyeshadow, pressed eyeshadow, loose, mix in 1 drop. Again, I used this Milani eyeshadow palette. I took the darkest purple shade, scraped some onto my mixing palette and mixed it together, and it creates the perfect liquid liner. I just did a nice simple soft liner across my upper lash line, and once this dries down, it stays put, it doesn't fade, it definitely is very long wearing versus if you just applied a dry shadow to your eyelid. I think this product is amazing. It's definitely a hit. It does take some practice and getting used to, but it definitely works. I don't know if it makes things completely waterproof, but it definitely makes it water resistant and long lasting. I'm so impressed that it revived my NYX brow pomade because I was going to toss this out and get a new one, but I have a brand new brow pomade now. So this is great. I absolutely love it. I've been waiting so long for Shop Missy to come up with a product like this, and they finally did it. All right, let's talk about the gel eyeliners. These retail for $1 each, and they come in a total of 6 shades. So I only have 3 here. I have Cool Daze, Jellyfish, and Starfish. So Starfish is the one that I am wearing in my waterline today. I also smudged this on my lower lash line. These are so creamy and so nice. I have to say this is a huge improvement from their original AOA Studio gel liners, which come in the black packaging. These come in a white packaging. They last all day, especially if you want to use it as like a winged liner. I will say that the purple shade Starfish and Jellyfish, when I wear them in my waterline, especially the purple one, for some reason it doesn't last as long in my waterline as the green shade here called Cool Daze. This one holds up in my waterline like almost the entire day, which is very impressive for a $1 eyeliner. Another thing I want to mention is you do have to sharpen these. They're not retractable, but definitely be very careful when you go to sharpen these because it's such a creamy formula that they will break off very easily, so do be careful. I have to say, so far I love these, and I was very skeptical. I was not going to purchase these because I found the original ones, the brown and the black, to be very dry, would not apply to my waterline at all. So I'm really curious to get the black shade. They do have a black shade. I honestly want all of them now because now I have some fun liners to put in my waterline or a pop of color. These are fantastic, you guys. I think it's definitely worth trying out for $1. You can't go wrong. All right, let's move on to the two mascaras I have here, both new from the AOA Studio line. First up, we have the Big Boss Mascara. This is $1.55, claims to give tons of volume and length. This has a very cute pink tube, and the wand on here is massive. It is ginormous. Big chunky wand. It is a rubberized wand, so it's not a real bristle brush. This definitely looks very similar to some of the ones from CoverGirl. So if you like the CoverGirl mascaras, this is definitely reminding me of some of those mascaras you can get from the drugstore. This gives me separation. It gives me length. It gives me a ton of volume. Let me tell you what, she really does give you some big boss lashes. I absolutely love this. It holds my curl all day long. And I even have cried in both of these mascaras, and they do not run. So I don't know, I mean, as far as I know, they're not claiming to be completely waterproof, but they are definitely water resistant. I was really impressed just by the longevity. The only thing I noticed is that if you add a little too much of this one, it can clump up your lashes a little bit, but you can easily just comb it through with like a lash comb. I have stubborn, very sparse lashes, and this blew me away. Moving on to the other mascara I have, this is the Tallash mascara. This has a really nice, kind of like heavier weight to it than the Big Boss. The Big Boss mascara is definitely completely plastic, but this kind of feels like aluminum or something different. This wand is so different and unique. It's definitely more of a comb than an actual bristly mascara brush. I wasn't sure if I would actually like this, but I have to say it really combs and catches every single little tiny eyelash. And this gives your lashes kind of a soft, very lengthened. This definitely is more of a lengthening mascara. It doesn't give a ton of volume, but what I love about this is it almost gives you that kind of no makeup look. So if you like a very natural mascara, definitely pick this one up. It's very good. Again, just like the Big Boss mascara, long wearing, holds my curl, and it doesn't flake. It doesn't flake at all. I also love how this applies to my lower lashes. These are good, you guys. I'm not joking. These are fantastic. I know makeup is very subjective, and especially mascaras are going to be kind of iffy from person to person, but I have a good feeling about these. Give them a try. Let me know what you think. These are both a hit. Last makeup hit is the new AOA lip liners. So these are the new retractable lip liners. They retail for $1 each, and there's a total of 9 shades. You can also purchase the entire bundle for $8.55. So these come in a nice sleek packaging, and they are retractable. You can easily twist them up and down. These are super creamy, they're pigmented, they're soft. I really regret not purchasing all 6 shades because I was a little hesitant. I've tried their pencil, the ones you do have to sharpen. I tried those lip liners. I did not like them at all. They were super dry. So if you tried the other AOA Studio lip liners, the $1 ones, and you didn't like them, you found them really dry and hard, give these a shot. These are super creamy. They almost give your lips this kind of satin look. It's not a flat matte, like makes you look kind of dull. It actually has a little bit of a satin finish. These are very pigmented and creamy, so it's so easy to fill in your lips completely. So these are not completely transfer proof, so they will transfer a little bit over time. But overall, I think these are fantastic for $1, and especially if you're new to makeup, maybe you're nervous about trying a lip liner. These are beginner friendly, really easy, again, creamy formula, and for $1, you can't go wrong. These are really great. All right, moving on to the Hair Tamer Finishing Wand. This is from the A+ collection. Retails for $1.88. Comes in 3 different fragrances. I picked the vanilla, and this comes in a really cute packaging. It's super adorable. Looks more expensive than what it is. So when you pull out the wand, it does have a nice flexible rubberized wand, so you can just simply apply this to any flyaways, any hair that's kind of sticking up. And especially if you wear your hair straight like I used to do, now I'm wearing my hair more natural And this is my natural texture. I do have curly hair, so I don't use this as often, but this does work and it does hold. It's infused with jojoba oil and lots of really great hair ingredients. This is fantastic. I mean, there's so many products like this on the market from a lot of hair extension brands that are probably charging $12 to $15, maybe even $20. You guys, get this instead. It's under $2. It's great. It works. So yeah, this is fantastic. Definitely recommend you try this out. This is the brand new, it's the AOA Studio Microfiber Spa Headband. I have this in the shade gray. It's $1.88. I think it also comes in another color like pink or white. This is amazing, you guys. It's so incredibly soft, and let me tell you what, I got rid of the other ones I had from Amazon because they were so dry and they were tugging on my hair. So I always use this and wrap it around my head every single night before I go to bed to wash my face and do my skincare. It's soft, it's pillowy soft. I wish you could feel this through the camera screen. It's super, super soft, and it's Velcro. And it's long, it's extra long. So if you have a big head, let me tell you what, this will fit you, because I have a big head and a lot of these sort of head wraps never fit me. And this is probably one of my new favorite kind of like non-makeup things that I've tried from Miss A lately. It's so good. Oh, I'm obsessed, so obsessed. I also wanted to briefly mention the OKI shampoo scalp massager. This was $1.88. I have a blue one. I think it again comes in different colors. So you have a little handle here and you just grab on. It's plastic. And then this is silicone chunky bristles. It's very spiky. It looks a little dangerous. Again, another product that I'm kind of 50-50 on. I mean, you can't beat the price if you want to try something like this. So I usually will apply some hair oil to my scalp and do just a very, very gentle circular motions. I definitely feel like this is a little tuggy on the hair, so you have to be really careful. I did try this with my shampoo and I just really didn't like it. It felt really weird to use this in the shower. I actually think this is a really great product if you like these type of things. It's nice, it gets the job done. Under $2. Again, another hit. Alright, so the final thing I have to mention as my hit is the brand new AOA Studio Nail Polish Remover Pads. These are acetone free. They are infused with vitamin E and jojoba oil. You get 30 already pre-moistened pads. Now these do come in different fragrances. I picked strawberry scented. They don't always smell the greatest, but this is a great non-toxic, gentle way to remove your nail polish, and these actually do work. These are definitely a hit. I would definitely take these with me traveling, because then you don't have to worry about any nail polish removers spilling in your handbag. The container is super cute. It just comes in a little plastic container. You just screw the lid off and then you have your already moistened pads in here. So here is what the pad looks like. They're very, very thin, but they're very wet. Again, perfect if you're traveling or maybe your skin is sensitive or your nails are sensitive to acetone. These are a hit. They're amazing. Love them. Alright guys, we're coming to the not so fun part of this video. I'm going to talk about the products that were a total mess. I don't have that many here. Most of everything I have loved from Shop Miss A, especially the AOA Studio line, but unfortunately there are some duds. First up, I have the micro brow pens, and quite a few of you warned me that these were not good, and I completely and totally believe you, but I had to try for myself as someone who reviews makeup products on my channel here a lot. I had to see for myself, you know? So this is the micro brow pen. These are $1.55 each, and I think there's like, I don't remember how many shades there are, but I have the shade medium brown and taupe. Now at first when I swatched these in my Shop Miss A haul, I was really excited because they were actually pigmented and they were swatching really nicely. So it's almost like this microfine comb, but unfortunately it is a felt tip. And the issue I have discovered with this product is that it's not saturated enough. So when I go to apply this in my brows, it's very inconsistent. You see that? I'm not getting a nice application at all, and this is the shade medium brown. But if I press really hard, I kind of get a, you know, some color. It's solid, you know what I mean? You're not seeing those individual brow hairs. I don't know, it's like I love the concept, but I hate the felt tip. But because of the inconsistency in the formula, and sometimes I have to press so hard and then I end up with this streak across my brows, it just does not work. It doesn't work. These were a fail. I do not recommend these. Just no. Bad, bad, bad. Next up, I have the Hold My Brow Clear Longwear Brow Soap. Comes in this cute little tin. Hear me out. I'm not the biggest fan of using soap in my brows, and here's why. I used this yesterday, and while it did hold my brow hairs in place, it flaked throughout the day. And also when I went to remove it at the end of the day, I lost like 5 brow hairs out of this brow. Personally, this dries out my brow hairs too much. Here's what it looks like on the inside. If you are a fan of soap brows, you could definitely give this a try. If you like this, that's awesome, but I just really didn't like it. So next I have this cute little quad, and it's called Sunday Afternoon, and this is definitely a new-ish item on the website. They keep releasing all these new eyeshadow palettes, and it's hard to keep up. I did mention in my last Shop Miss A Hits and Misses a whole bunch of different eyeshadows quads that I have tried, and I think those are a little bit better quality than this one. I also just find the blues in here to be very powdery and patchy and difficult to blend. I have done an eye look with this actually on my TikTok. If you guys are not following me, go follow me. I've been doing these little 1-minute eye tutorials, and I did do a look with this palette, and it was really pretty, but the longevity just wasn't there. I think there's better quality eyeshadows or quads on their website. This is just not my favorite. I probably wouldn't buy more of these, so I'm glad I only bought one. It is just $1, but yeah, not my favorite. So unfortunately, these new AOA Studio nail polishes and top and base coat are a miss for me. I'm really sad to report I just wasn't the biggest fan. So the base coat was okay. It's nothing amazing. The top coat I did not like at all. It took forever to dry. It wasn't that glossy. It didn't prevent my nail polish from chipping. Now I actually do like Stardust. It's a really pretty, kind of like a seashell opal shade. It's actually really, really pretty on the nail. So this one I actually do like, and if you layer this over top of another color, it's actually really a pretty shade. The brush made it very difficult to get an even application. It's just a typical straight brush, and honestly I just don't even waste my time anymore with brushes like this because I prefer the wide rounded brushes. They're just so much better. Another thing I noticed is that these were very streaky. The formula did dry pretty well. I did notice some chipping, unfortunately, just within the first few days of wearing these. So it's very sheer. I don't like the brush. Not long wearing, definitely chipped very easily. So, I mean, for $1, you get what you get, right? I mean, if you can make these work for you, that's awesome. I hope you enjoy them. But for me, I don't really have any desire to buy any more of them. All right, guys, last but not least, my final miss from Miss A are the brush cleaning soaps. I do have the sponge cleaning soap, which is a bit different in my opinion, like the formula. So I have the Argan Oil sponge soap. This one is okay. Looks like this, comes in a really cute tin. And this one I use with my makeup sponges sometimes, but I will say that these soaps, for me personally, don't work as good as my Dr. Woods soap. I'll insert a picture here. It is the best soap, hands down. It's like 10 bucks. You can get it from Vitacost. I'll put a link below if I remember. Argan Oil brush soap, the mango one. And unfortunately, this one just did not clean my makeup brushes at all. Here's what that one looks like. Comes in a cute tin. I love the concept, and some people love these, some people don't. This one is really heavily fragranced. It gives me an instant headache. I shouldn't have even opened that. But what I find is that when I take a brush like this that has color on it, so this has pink eyeshadow, and when I would go to clean my brush, the color was still left on my brush. So for me, this just the soap doesn't clean good enough in my opinion. It doesn't remove pigment and color. I want to get my brushes as clean as possible. These are kind of a dud. I mean, if they work for you, that's great, but I personally wouldn't recommend them. So that is it, you guys. I know this was a very long video. Thank you so much for hanging to the end if you actually did. I will have all the products, everything, linked down below in the description box if you guys want to shop any of my hits or misses. It's totally up to you. And I have a full playlist of Shop Miss A hits and misses, reviews, hauls. Again, the description box will be full of information and links, so definitely go check that out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss out on new uploads. I usually upload on Tuesdays and Fridays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and when I'm not here on the YouTube, you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of my links are always down below if you want to come and follow me. I'd really love for you guys to come over and hang out over there. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will see you in the next video. Bye guys. Mwah.